Ever wondered how our ancestors predicted the weather? Did they have a Groundhog Day, or did they just stick their hand out of the cave to check if it's raining? Let's take a trip back in time, shall we? Picture this. You're a Babylonian, and it's your job to predict the weather. You don't have a fancy meteorology degree. Nope, you've got the stars. You're an astrologer, baby. See a comet? That's rain coming your way. And let's not forget about our Greek pals. They had a whole pantheon of weather gods: Zeus throwing a tantrum, thunderstorm, Poseidon in a bad mood, tsunami. Then we have the Chinese, a little more grounded, relying on patterns in nature. But imagine their surprise when the cicadas chirped early and still no rain. Talk about a plot twist. So, the next time you're stuck in a rainstorm without an umbrella, remember, at least you didn't have to sacrifice a goat to predict it. So, we've seen how our ancestors tried to predict weather. Now let's talk about the tools they used. Did they have a weather app? Oh wait, they didn't have smartphones. Now imagine a time when sundials and water clocks were the height of weather prediction technology. That's right, folks, a time without Siri telling you it's going to rain in 15 minutes. Picture this. You're an ancient Roman, you've got a toga party at 6, but you've got no wristwatch, no phone, no Alexa. What do? You look at the sundial, of course, simple, elegant, and completely useless at night or on a cloudy day. But hey, who needed to know the time when it was dark, right? Next, let's talk about the water clock. This was basically a fancy bucket with a hole in it. As water dripped out, you could measure the passing of time. It was like watching paint dry but wetter. Fast forward a few centuries to the Renaissance. Here comes Galileo Galilei strutting around with his newly invented thermometer. It was a tube filled with air, with a floating water reservoir attached, not exactly pocket-sized, but hey, it did the job. Then in the 17th century along came Torricelli with his shiny new barometer. It was a huge glass tube filled with mercury. It was as heavy as a newborn elephant and about as portable. But it could tell you if a storm was coming, so that's something. Finally, we reached the 1800s. The storm glass was all the rage. It was a sealed glass container filled with a mixture that changed appearance based on upcoming weather conditions. It was like having your own personal weather forecaster in a bottle. And that's how we got from sundials to storm glasses. It's quite a journey, isn't it? A journey filled with a lot of heavy lifting and squinting at the sun. Imagine trying to check the time on a sundial on a cloudy day. Talk about a sundial's worst nightmare. Now let's talk about the UK. A country where a sunny day is treated like a national holiday. Who needs a weather forecast when you can just wait for the sound of barbecues firing up? In the land of the perpetual drizzle, where the sun is as elusive as a polite conversation on the tube, the rare day of sunshine is greeted with the kind of enthusiasm usually reserved for royal weddings. Raincoats are swapped for swimming costumes faster than you can say fish and chips. The British, known for their stiff upper lip in the face of adversity, are anything but reserved when the sun decides to make a cameo. Parks overflow with sunbathers, ice cream trucks form impromptu parades, and every available surface is commandeered for a barbecue. It's like a nationwide game of musical chairs, but with sun loungers. Even when the warm weather comes prematurely, while Jack Frost is still nipping at noses, you'll find the nation in shorts and flip-flops, grilling sausages in the snow. So the next time the sun shines in the UK, remember to grab your shorts and flip-flops. Who knows when you'll see it again? From sacrificing goats to flipping sandglasses, weather prediction has certainly come a long way, hasn't it? We started with the ancients, who, bless their hearts, were tossing bones and reading bird flights like they were the morning newspaper. Then we had those ingenious instruments of yore, where a good old-fashioned water clock was the height of technology. You'd think they were trying to invent the iPhone with the way they were going on about it. And let's not forget our friends in the UK. When the sun comes out, it's like they've won the lottery. Out come the shorts, the flip-flops, the barbecues, all for a balmy 15 degrees. You'd think they were in the Bahamas, not Birmingham. So here we are with satellites and supercomputers. And what have we learned? That despite all our advancements, nothing beats the good old method of sticking your hand out the window. And that's the forecast for today. Remember, if all else fails, there's always the tried and tested method of sticking your hand out the window. Thanks for watching.